So greetings, everyone. I'll be taking you through into a course that is called Introduction to Computers. It's ISE 101, and I'm one of the instructor, but we are three of us. So my colleagues are Benjamin and Francis. You'll see them later. And the course is basically on introducing you of the computers, what the computer is all about. We have types of computers and how can you use computer to help you with different processes. So basically we have different definitions of computers, and one of it that we commonly use is a computer is an electronic device, an operating, which is operating under a control instruction, a software stored in its own memory unit that accept data, which is input, manipulate the data, which is the whole process of data, and produce information, which we call as output from the whole process of processing. So we have different devices that our computer system consists of. So we have the printer, which is our output. We have the monitor, which is output, scanner, keyboard, the mouse, the speaker. These all comprises of the whole computer system. And I'll welcome my colleague to proceed with the other part of the what does computer do.
So my colleague Glory just gave you a brief definition of what computers are, and I am continuing from where she stopped. Right, so basically I think we have all heard about a very common term which is called garbage in, garbage out, because the computer actually works based on instructions. So the computer actually does four basic things, and that is it accepts input, it does processing, it produces output, and displays or stores the output. So when we say garbage in, garbage out, we mean that whatever garbage you put into the computer and it doesn't understand, then it will process that garbage and bring back that garbage to you. So just like we spoke about, the computer, when information which is input, is being accepted by the computer, it would process it. So when you put in data into the computer that does not have any meaning, then we would say it is data. But once it's organized and is being processed and can be interpreted, then we would call it information. So the differences between information and data is that data is actually the raw facts and information is processed data. So why is the computer so powerful? The computer is powerful because the computer has the ability to perform information processing cycle with amazing speed. So the computer can perform maybe 100 times what the human brain can process. The computer is very reliable because it can store a lot of information that can be retrievable. The computer is also very accurate in calculating a lot of decimals, can still give you information, and has the ability to store huge amounts of data and information. The computer also has the ability to communicate with other computers. That makes the computer very, very powerful. So at this point, my colleague Francis would come and continue. He will talk to you about what the primary components of a computer is.
Hello, I'm Francis Asare, and welcome to the third part of this course, Introduction to Computers. As my elder colleagues have defined the various aspects of computers, I'm going to show you or inform you or educate you about the components of a computer. The computer is made up of various devices or components. One is the input device. We also have the central processing unit, and also have the output device. We also have the memory and others. So the input device will help you to get data or data into the system. The central processing will help you to also process what you have fed into the computer system. And then the memory will do the storage of whatever has been processed, and then the output will display whatever the result of the processing is. Now let's come to the uses of computers. What are the uses? Might be thinking, but let me give you some summary. One, it can be used for accounts, gaming, educational purpose, online banking, smart ID cards, supermarket, or working from home, that's teleworking, and the internet usage. And others, WhatsApp and all that, these are all part of use of computers. Now, let's get to the types of computers. Just like we have types of cars and others, the same way applies to what? Computers. So we have mini computers, we have the microcomputers, mainframe, and the word supercomputers. Let's go to the microcomputer model. We have so many models. You have the desktop, you have the laptop, you have the notebook, sub-notebook, palm top, and others. Now, what is a computer system? As you all know, a system is made up of various components that interact with each other to perform one specific task. The same way applies to computers. So when you go to computer systems, we have the keyboard, the processor, the monitor, the printer, and the storage devices that combine or interact with each other to come out or produce a single output that is beneficial for the user to use. Okay, also, before one can communicate with the computer, it needs a medium. Just like all human beings have languages, the computer also has a medium of communication. So a user or a human being can communicate with a computer by the use of what? An operating system. So operating system becomes like the interface that connects the hardware you see and the user, so that at the end of the day, objective can be used or achieved. We also have an application software, which is part or runs on the operating system, so that you can be able to do your web processing, do your databases, do your Excel, do your graphic designing, do any other application that is tailored to the kind of work you do. So before we end, we just give you some video as a scenario, and we hope you enjoyed our tutorial. You can visit us on our webpage and have more fun with us.
Today, computers are all around us. From desktop computers to smartphones, they are changing the way that we live our lives. But have you ever asked yourself, what exactly is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that manipulates information or data. The computer sees data as ones and zeros, but it knows how to combine them into more complex things, such as a photograph, a movie, a website, a game, and much more. Computers use a combination of hardware and software. Hardware is any physical part of the computer, which includes all of the internal components and also the external parts like the monitor and the keyboard. Software is any set of instructions that tells the hardware what to do, such as a web browser, media player, or word processor. Now, when most people say computer, they're talking about a personal computer. This can be a desktop computer or a laptop computer, which has basically the same capabilities, but in a more portable package. Personal computers come in two main styles, PC and Mac. PCs are the most common type. There are many different companies that make them, and they usually come with the Microsoft Windows operating system. Macs, or Macintosh computers, are all made by one company, Apple, and they come with the Mac OS X operating system. Computers come in many other shapes and sizes. Mobile phones, tablets, game consoles, and even TVs have built-in computers, although they may not do everything a desktop or a laptop can. There's another type of computer that plays an important role in our lives: servers. A server serves information to other computers on a network. In fact, every time you use the internet, web servers deliver the web pages that you want to see to your computer. Servers are also used in many offices to store and share files. As you can see, there are many different types of computers out there, and they affect our lives in a variety of ways.